Who's our combined number one defensive tackle?
It's Jer'Zhan Johnny Newton. Was I starting?
Yeah. You can start. Carry on.
I'm sure you said it. Jer'Zhan Newton is the number one defensive tackle in this class. 6'2", weighed in at 304 pounds at the combine. That weight is up, which is good. Physically imposing player, explosive player too. I think he's phenomenal. I think at this point he's now going underrated, which is crazy for how much he was liked in the summer. Great athletic profile, just an instant playmaker, I think, against the run and against the pass. Speed really separates him, but that explosion off the snap and thunderous power through his legs to propel him into the pocket as a pass rusher with intense speed and really variable pass rush attack. It's great. He plays hard, insane motor, incredibly physical and tough. I think he's the most intelligent of these guys. I think he has the best awareness and anticipation of the guys as well. Plays with his head up, really has intense concentration, and never really loses sight of what he wants to achieve on each down. You see, there's a purpose to everything he does, and he can counter as well. The weaknesses for me, the weight has increased, but he may also be asked to add some again, which we've said about a lot of these guys, right? It's not a big deal, but it might show up. And the lack of mass in his body can show up when shedding blocks against the run. But I think he is a fantastic player, and he'll be a top 15 on my player on my board.
Yeah, number one in the summer, and it hasn't changed a bit. Yeah. There's been a lot of steam for Byron Murphy from a lot of people who seem drafted higher than Johnny Newton. For me, I can't see the life of why.
Yeah.
Byron Murphy, Johnny Newton does everything Byron Murphy can do better, and he can do more.
Totally
for me,
agree.
I think you could play him. You could play him at the 1. You could play him at the 3 at a push in certain positions. He's bendy enough to even play at a 5. I think. Although you'd be a big 5, he could play there. He's got really high energy. He's got good range of pass rush movement. I think Owen's covered it all really, but he's an explosive gap penetrator. I love to see him getting in the backfield and just causing chaos. And you get that pressure in a quarterback's face is they really do not like that. And I think that he has the ability to be right in a quarterback's face very quickly and very early. And I think that makes him a really dangerous player, particularly if you have a team that has other pass rushes as well. And they're not going to focus on Johnny Newton, because if you've got one guy focusing on Johnny Newton, he's just going to blast past them and outdance them, outmove them, outpower them. And I think that he's going to be a really good player at the NFL level. I've seen a couple of drafts that don't have him in round 1. I just don't get it from personally.
Yeah, he did have a little bit of an injury, which I think which is why he didn't test at the combine and just measured. But I don't think it's
anything major
injury that people are going to really care about.
But for me, I think he is a clear one. I didn't really have much of a debate on that one. For me, one of the easier ones. I think there's a few ones that you think is definitely going to be one. Johnny Newton is definitely one of the easier ones for me.
Yeah, and as the NFL has transitioned to a more pass-happy play calling, really, that interior pressure has become more and more important. And that's why there's a bunch of these guys that are really good pass rushers through the middle, and they'll be important to the team. I don't know whether he will go this early, but can you imagine Johnny Newton on the Texans? Now they've got Will Anderson and they've got Danielle Hunter. That's the exact type of thing that they should be doing.
Yeah, that would be hilarious. That's a really good call. What are they picking? 24? Are they picking 24?
Yeah,
can't remember.
24. Yeah.
Easy enough, right range for him. Yeah, easy.
I think it will be. I can't see. I think for his floor should be the Cardinals pick later on, which was it 27?
Yeah.
He shouldn't get past there because he will be the best player available at that point.
Yeah, I think it's because they have so much other premium positions that there's at the moment. Our premium positions tackle, corner, quarterback. I think it just bumps someone like Newton down that board a little bit, and it's not through ability by any stretch of the imagination.
Absolutely.